Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad to have you here today. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, go ahead and hit that bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. I hope you enjoy this video today. So Mother Time made these adorable little mini berry pies, and I am going to make a full-size pie inspired by her. She is so talented, and I will talk about that a little bit more in the video. But for now, let's jump into how I made this super adorable full-size pie. So I got this package of 2 pie tins from Dollar Tree, and it actually comes with the lids as well. You just have to unfold them, tear the edges off, and then you have a lid for your pie dishes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one lid and prepare it by tearing the edges off and putting it on top of my pie dish. Then you'll need some burlap ribbon or fabric and some berries. These are from Hobby Lobby, 50% off, a really good price. I tear the edges off of this ribbon because it is wired ribbon. It is from Hobby Lobby, 50% off, but Dollar Tree has burlap ribbon sometimes as well. And I'm just going to take it and pinch it to form a crust look, gluing down my pinches, if that makes sense, all around the edges of this pie dish to give our crust a crimped look. There's the word I was looking for. So I'm using my scissors as not to burn my fingers, and once my crust is all crimped, then I'm going to go ahead and put a whole bunch of hot glue section by section on top of where my pie is going to go. Then I'm just going to arrange these little berries all over it, just kind of gluing them down as a first layer. Once I get my first layer glued down, there's still going to be some bare spots, and that is okay. I will then go around the edge to make sure that all of the edges are filled in, and once all of my edges are filled in, then I can come back and kind of create a second layer by just placing the berries one by one where they need to go all over the top of my pie. This is so customizable if you did not want to use berries. There's all kinds of different things you could use to create these pies. For fall time, I used yarn to create pumpkin pies and cherry pies. So the sky is really the limit, but I just think this was so adorable, and I was so excited when I saw Mother Time make it. Now I'm going to use this Gorilla glue spray, but you can use any type of glue spray. Dollar Tree carries some as well. I'm going to take a couple different types of glitter from my stash, fine glitter, and then another type of glitter that's a little bit more chunky from Hobby Lobby, and spray them all over, spread them all over, so my pie has a nice glittery, shiny appearance. That is optional, but then I'm just going to create a little bow with a piece of ribbon that I like. This is from Dollar Tree, and I just kind of cut it down the middle and tore it to give it that rustic edge. I'm just creating this little finger bow, and I'm going to glue a little gingerbread to it. The gingerbread come, I believe, 16 to a pack from Dollar Tree, and then I'm just adding a couple more berry sprigs to my pie. These berry sprigs are from Dollar Tree as well. I'm adding a little greenery sprig and my bow, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this little gingerbread on here. Now Mother Time puts a little button on hers, so that's another option, but here's what it looks like displayed with some of our crafts today. I think this is absolutely adorable, and I can't wait to make a few more to put throughout my kitchen and my dining room. Let me know what you think about this project. And now let's talk about today's challenge. It is hosted by Connie's Creative Creations. Myself and our guest host this month is Z9's Designs. These two ladies are super talented and great friends. I will have their channels linked below, as well as the playlist link, so you can check out all these inspirations and ideas from these different creators. So I love this challenge because we are able to pick someone who is has inspired us in our journey here on YouTube and recreate some of their projects. Now, Jen from Mother Time, I just recently found her, but I have binge watched her videos. She is so amazing. I absolutely love her. I love her style. I love her bubbly, happy attitude. I love everything about her channel. So she will be linked below, and I will be recreating some of her absolutely gorgeous projects in this video. So Jen, if you see this, thank you so much for the inspiration. Okay guys, let's create a gorgeous gingerbread man wreath. So this is mine, and I just showed you what Jen's looked like. Mine is going to have several different parts to it. Here's all the items I am using, but it was inspired by Jen's. So we are going to begin by wrapping our wreath form with this burlap ribbon. You can use ribbon or fabric, whatever you like. I just wrapped it all around the wreath form. Then I'm going to take this little tin sheet from Dollar Tree, or metal sheet from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it with this apple barrel paint, and while the paint is still wet, I am going to generously sprinkle on some cinnamon. You can also find cinnamon at the Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to generously sprinkle it on there, and then I'm going to dab some more paint on top of it, and I'm just going to play with it until I get the look that I like. Once that is drying, I'm going to set it aside and grab these little gingerbread wood shapes from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this to my what is going to be my cookie sheet once my cookie sheet is dry. So there's actually 14 of these little wood shapes in this bag from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using the little label of the bag to make sure that they are straight. And I'm going to take this puffy paint, white puffy paint, and I'm going to just kind of spread some on top of my little gingerbread man. You can get as detailed as you wanted to, but I just wanted to keep these fairly plain and simple, so I just filled in the little gingerbread men. Once they are covered to my liking, I'm going to sprinkle them with a small amount of that same cinnamon. I'm not going to go as heavy as I did on the tray, but just enough to dull down the brightness of the white puffy paint. Then I will allow that to dry, and once everything is dry, I'm going to glue my cookie sheet to my ribbon covered wreath form. Again, you can use any type of ribbon or fabric to cover this wreath form. It won't really show, you just want it covered. Then I'm going to take these little foam gingerbread men and spray them with some spray glue. This is the Gorilla Spray Glue, and these gingerbread men came from Hobby Lobby 50% off, but Dollar Tree does sell foam gingerbread men as well. Once I spray that glue on there, I'm going to sprinkle some glitter on very heavily. I want these to be well coated with glitter, and I'm actually going to use 2 types of glitter and more cinnamon just to give these a really nice coated look. Once they are dry, you can then do whatever detailing you want with your puffy paint. I just chose to outline mine, but you could do all kinds of designs on yours. Now, you don't have to use 2 types of glitter or the cinnamon if you don't want to. This was just the look that I was going for with my gingerbread man, but this is totally customizable. So this wreath is done in parts, and you could just do the cookie sheet if you wanted to, and you could put magnets on it and use it on your fridge. You could just do the wreath, omit the cookie sheet, and use more gingerbread men on here. So lots of ideas for you. But once my gingerbread men are dry, I'm going to arrange them on my wreath form, and I'm going to glue them down how I want them to look. So however you want them to look, however you want them spaced and arranged, just use hot glue to attach them to each other and to the wreath. Then grab a greenery pick. This particular one I believe came from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree has beautiful greenery picks as well. I take mine apart so I can put each piece however I like it, and I'm going to do that at the bottom of my little cookie sheet using hot glue to arrange. Once that is all done, then I can begin on the bow, which I am going to put on the top of my cookie sheet. I am going to use some more of that burlap ribbon from Hobby Lobby 50% off, and also some candy stripe ribbon from Hobby Lobby 50% off. But you can find similar ribbons at Dollar Tree. I'm going to create one loop and glue it together using both of these fabrics stacked on top of each other. Then I will create another piece with both of these fabrics stacked on top of of each other. For this one, I am going to glue the candy stripe fabric or ribbon down to the burlap and cut this off. Now I am going to make sure that it's all laying nice and flat, and I'm going to gather these together. We just are going to have a bow with one loop on either side and a nice set of tails. I'm going to tie this tightly with a piece of doubled over twine, but you could use a zip tie or a pipe cleaner, anything that you like. I am going to dovetail the ends of this bow just to give it a beautiful boutique finish, however you say that. So a dovetail is just cutting a triangle upward once you have folded the ribbon over in the middle. Now I am going to go ahead and make a little piece for the middle. I'm taking this burlap, folding the edges in to make a smaller piece, and wrapping it around the middle of my bow by gluing one end down, wrapping the other end around, and cutting off the excess. Then I can go ahead and attach my bow. I'm going to do this with generous amounts of hot glue right at the top of my cookie sheet on an angle, and you can use those little tails just to kind of tack them down however you want them. I just use little dabs of hot glue. You can create a hanger for this wreath with just a piece of Dollar Tree twine or whatever type of twine you are using. I just tie a knot to create a loop that I can glue to the back of my wreath. And here's what it looks like. It smells amazing because of the cinnamon, and I think it is just so beautiful. I cannot wait to hang this in my kitchen. It is very customizable. You could change up the ribbons, the way you detail the gingerbread men, so many different things that you could customize, but I absolutely love this wreath. Okay, so here is another idea inspired by Mother Time, a beautiful stocking. Here is mine, and I just showed you hers. I'm showing hers in the beginning of each DIY and then mine. So I am going to begin with this Dollar Tree stocking wreath form. I'm just removing the words and the embellishments that are sticking off, but I'm not removing the tinsel because it actually helps kind of fluff my fabric out. And she left her tinsel on as well. Now this fabric I found at Hobby Lobby, and I got 50% off of it, which made it very, very affordable. I have also used it in a couple other projects. I'm going to lay down my fabric pretty side down and just begin wrapping it around the stocking and gluing it down. I'm just folding, tucking, and gluing until the stocking part of my stocking is nicely covered. I'm making sure to trim off the excess and just get this all covered as nice as possible. Then I'm going to take another strip of ribbon and just cover my back just so it has a nice clean finish. Once this is all done, I'm going to take a mop pad from the Dollar Tree, which Mother Time Jen used as well. And I'm going to take some classic caramel paint by Apple Barrel, and I'm going to rub it all over this mop head. Then I'm going to add a little bit of water on my sponge brush and kind of rub it in. She likes coffee stain hers, but I like to use this paint. So there's a couple of different ideas for you. I'm going to glue this on the top of my stocking just to be a nice little fur on the top there. Now I'm just taking a little ornament I had in my stash and fixing it up a bit by adding a bow. So you can find any cute little ornament you may have in your stash or at Dollar Tree. I'm adding a little gingerbread man there in the middle, a couple of berries just to spruce this little ornament up. I am then going to glue my ornament onto my stocking. Note, you do want to be more patient than me and make sure that the glue on your stocking fluff is dry. But here's what it looks like. It was so fun and easy to make, so customizable, and you can do this with any of these little tinsel forms from the Dollar Tree. I hope you like this idea. Please let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. And now we can jump right into our next idea, which is a cute little present for your tree. I just showed you Jen. She made a buffalo check one, but here is mine. Hers was a lot smaller and she put a pick on it. But for mine, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to use these gift boxes from Dollar Tree that come 3 to a pack. They're actually, I think, little goodie boxes, but I'm just going to take the string out of them and I am going to assemble them using some hot glue and just flattening them out. So I glue the 2 shorter flaps down and then the 2 longer flaps down. Then I'm going to wrap this with the beautiful fabric that we used on our stocking, and I'm going to wrap it as if I am wrapping a present. So I wrap it around and then I am actually going to wrap the sides just like a present, cutting off any excess and using my hot glue. Just be careful of your fingers here. Dollar Tree does sell finger protectors as well as silicone spatulas that are perfect for projects like this. Once you are done, I go ahead and cut a little strip on my burlap ribbon so that I can tear off those wires and just leave this beautiful rustic kind of thready look on either side. I glue this ribbon around my present, leaving the ugly side on the bottom, and then I am going to wipe off any excess glue, add this beautiful little Merry Christmas ribbon to it. I believe this was from Dollar General last year or Hobby Lobby, but both should have similar ribbons. I just tie a simple bow and attach that to the top with hot glue. I am also going to attach some beautiful berries to the top. You can find these berry picks at Hobby Lobby, or these particular ones are from Dollar Tree. They carry pretty much the same ones. I am then going to create a finger bow with some twine by wrapping the twine around my finger multiple times and tying it into a bow. I will then attach this bow to the top of my Merry Christmas bow. This present is so customizable. You can make as many as you like. You can make them bigger or smaller depending on what items you use. I just think that this came out so cute for a little embellishment for around your tree in a vignette or even a tiered tray. Okay, so let's get right into our next idea. This one was so fun as well, and of course inspired by Jen. Over at Mother Time, I just showed you hers, and here is mine. So just like in our stocking project, we are going to stain our mop pads using that classic caramel paint by Apple Barrel and a sponge brush with water on it. I'm going to use 3 of these mop heads and a candy cane wreath form from Dollar Tree. My mop heads are not completely covered. I just did the middle of them, and then I'm going to touch them up once I get them on this candy cane wreath form. I'm just going to place them upside down, place the wreath form on top, and glue the sides around like so. Please be careful of your fingers and use generous amounts of hot glue. So I glue one down, and then the second one's going to kind of wrap around that curve, and then the third one will finish the candy cane off. And again, I'm using generous amounts of hot glue. Also, you can still see some of that white, but I will touch it up once I get everything in place. So this is so easy and so fun to make. You can use chunky yarn, you can use microfiber cloth from Dollar Tree, or like I am, these beautiful fluffy dusters. So here's what it looks like, and I'm taking my wet sponge brush and some more of that classic caramel by Apple Barrel and just touching it up. Or you can coffee stain it like Jen by Mother Time does. Now I'm just tying a beautiful berry pick from Dollar Tree onto my candy cane using some of this burlap ribbon that I have torn the edges off of. And then I'm taking some of that fabric that I have been using in this video. I actually tore the fabric as well to give it a rustic look, and I tied a simple bow, which I'm attaching with hot glue to my burlap bow. I'm tacking down the sides and the edges with dabs of hot glue to get this to lay the way that I want it to lay. And then I'm just trimming off any excess of that burlap or anything that I need to trim just to make this lay nice and look beautiful. Once that is done, I am then going to layer on another ribbon, that beautiful Merry Christmas ribbon that I've been using, and trim off the excess of that. I don't show it, but I do add a little twine bow as well. And I'm adding a couple of little greenery sprigs that I had in my stash just to add a little bit of color to this. And here is what it looks like. So pretty, so beautiful. I really love how it came out. Very customizable, so let me know. Will you be trying the little paint trick with a wet sponge brush, or will you be coffee staining yours if you are going to recreate this? Also, let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. I always love to know which is your favorite DIY in a video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and come back to see more Christmas DIY inspiration. Here is a brief recap of everything that we have made. So here's our beautiful Christmas stocking and our pie, also our candy cane and present DIY, and our gingerbread wreath. Once again, thank you to Jen from Mother Time for the inspiration, and don't forget to check out our playlist.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.